Everybody, BC here. It's a fine Wednesday night in the middle of June. And what do we got here? Let's do some Dominions. Throne Claim for Banderlog, Dark Knowledge. First Gula in a while, so here's what Gulas look like. We'll just keep pumping them out here. They cost 31 blood slaves apiece, which, considering that they natively have blood magic, is pretty solid. They're stealthy, they're assassins, they're blood hunters, like everything to like about them. So we're going to be cranking those out. I don't think this found anything. Nope. Awaken magical being, summon Merid. So if we go ahead and here's a new Merid. I think they all have the same paths. Yeah, they do. So big fire and air, and then some other stuff too. They're nice and big and scary and can do a lot of cool blasting. Let's see. Scrying Pool. Oh yeah, nothing there. Aethergate. So here's our new Aether Lord. He is going to head on over here to the Wandering Thicket. And then I will talk to Uruk, because I definitely like to keep this place here for safekeeping, and I feel like I don't know, it's worth a try. Otherwise, I'll just have my children of Tiamat, like, wait them out, basically. Okay, yeah, you can stay there then. Oh, have I peeked on that throne? Scrying Pool. Yep. Let's go ahead and see which throne that is. Right. Lost one of my soul contracts to a horror, so that sucks. Assassinated a sorcerer. Agartha marching through. Oh yeah, over here, Ashdod tried to teleport in some Ditanus. It didn't work for them, as you can see. So this guy is wearing quite a lot of astral boosters, actually, to get him there. Same with him. They're using the Cutlasses of Piercing, so they have 16 attack and 30 armor piercing damage. And it's 2 attacks apiece. Golem has a defense skill of 18, although 7 of that is shield parry. 26 protection, which armor piercing says reduced to 13. But the defense skill with the shield parry is pretty annoying for Ashdod. Let's go ahead and watch. This guy is 94 HP. What does he cast? Quicken Self. So that brings his defense up to 22. Oh yeah, he has some from his Bless as well. And we're going to see that be pretty impactful, because the Ditanus, their attack skill is only 16. So see here, he's got attack skill of 22 and does 35 damage. Attack skill of 16, defense skill of 21. So it's 22 versus 21. Both of them are using Shield of Soft Earth, which doesn't matter too much because they're both ultra strong. Both are using armor-piercing weapons. Both get 2 attacks per round. But the stats on the Stone Golem are just better. So you see, hit, hit, hit. If we just look at this, his defense rolls are really low. Why are they so low? Because he did get Earth Gripped. Did he get Earth Gripped? He did not. So that's what's doing it right there. Are inanimates immune to Earth Grip somehow? Doesn't affect flying, floating, or friendly. Not flying, not floating, and from the Ashdod Earth Grip, they're not friendly. This one has Shield of Fate, but this one should be Earth Gripping them. Not quite sure. So he's at 17. He does have the Twist Fate Shield, which is why he's not going to get killed, because this guy is only hitting about half the time. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Twist Fate negated. Then the second attack. Yeah, his attack rolls are just coming in way harder. He's got defense of 17 prior to routing. This guy still has an attack of 25. So yeah, that'll do it. And Twist Fate means that he gets away, but that didn't go the way Ashdod hoped. So now, Agartha continues their rampage with this golem. Ashdod versus Uruk. Me cleaning this up here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and patrol it, because that's 54 patrol strength. That should make it a little bit more reasonable. I don't think I want to summon any wolves here. It's tempting, though. Yeah, unrest too high. I'll summon some wolves so they can... won't hurt anything. Uruk cleaning up this Kanara. Joe attacked Abyssia here. I wasn't quite sure, because this is a siege now, and I thought that Ryugajo and Abyssia were at peace. These guys have a ton of gate cleavers, which is terrifying. Gate cleavers are negating and hits like a fucking truck. So that's like really powerful for just obliterating dudes. Like, you can't put a super combatant against this guy because it'll be 46 armor negating damage to the face. But beyond that, also all these gate cleavers mean that they just bust through any siege in like any fort in one turn, and they all fly. So I don't know if this was some sort of negotiation or if it was a or if Ryugajo is actually attacking Abyssia. But I'll definitely keep an eye on that situation. I see random skirmishes around here. Shiniyama actually got this throne province back from Vanderlog. They have like some sort of last gasp thrown around over here. So, the situation with Abyssia, Ryugajo, Shiniyama is actually pretty interesting. So we'll see where things go there. Nuala's last gasp army is running away from the invading Agarthans and just causing trouble for Ashdod, which on its own, like, this is not scary to Ashdod. It's mainly more a thing that's just another thing that Ashdod has to deal with. That said, Ashdod is probably pretty happy with the fact that I'm going to have a bunch of Jinn in the area with nothing better to do than to fight Agartha. And I haven't seen much from Agartha in the way of super combatants. So we'll see which direction Agartha chooses to go with these troops and exactly what sort of trouble they elect to make. But there's a good chance, like I've made a lot of plans to basically come in behind Agartha and thank them for doing all this fighting for me by beating them up. But we'll see. This is the throne. It's not like 5 blood slaves is nifty, but it's not particularly impactful. Although I will be able to release throne power there and get at least some goodies for it. So where were we? Vanheim, taking a peek at these indies with some Vanyarls, which means that we get to see the remnants of Vanheim. These are all naked Vanyarls. These are all feeble-minded Vanyarls. I don't know how they all got feeble-minded, but okay, it's a choice, I guess. Here, I timed out from fighting spiders, and then he cast Panic. We've seen that play out before. Ian attacked Uruk with this Wraith Lord, 7-headed lion snake. This thing is so cool. Like, it's probably not actually worth summoning on account of the fact that it has no slots, and while it has some cool powers, it's like not that cool. But I mean, it's fun. Ashdod attacked Uruk. So Tianqi went AI, and AI Tianqi decided to try to break out of the siege, which the Iram player was lamenting, because Iram went to put up Wrathful Skies just because they left their marriage scripted for Wrathful Skies like we saw last turn. And so they did all this damage to their own Wrathful Skies. The Iram player was lamenting that this battle against AI Tianqi hurt them more than anything human Tianqi did. So while these guys all died, Tianqi actually lost like 16 of their cheap mages, one of their Kadaias, and then some other stuff too. Some of their Saras, which they're expensive, but they're probably like Iran's best just day-to-day mage, because either the Fire 2 or the Air 2 versions are both useful. I want to play Iram again, but their mages are definitely not the best. We just talked about the Zaraz, and they cost 175 gold, about the same price as a Marignon Witch Hunter, and they're even like, I think Marignon Witch Hunters are overpriced, and this is, I would say, even a worse deal because you don't even get communion potential. And then these guys, they're a little bit cheaper, but you only get 2.5 paths instead of 3, and many of these cross paths don't help you as much in combat. Like Death 2 helps. Death Earth is less useful. Death Fire, you can cast some Bane Fire, but it's just Bane Fire darts. And again, 140 gold for these things. So, not a big fan of the Iram mages, but they've got cool summons and stuff. Cleared out Desolation Vault again. Where are we? Shiniyama, we saw that. I killed that Eeg. Tianqi is captured, so that's the end of Tianqi. Marignon is officially dead. I guess Tianqi isn't officially dead. Captured Machaka with not much fuss. And then over here, I ran inside before being scared off by another panic cast. I'm going to try casting... what's the spell that makes the caster angry? Touch of Madness? Oh yeah, you should also cast Touch of Madness. I can at least... I can just have you be on top of each other since it's an AoE 1 spell. I'll try casting Touch of Madness and see if that does the trick in terms of not getting panicked out. Otherwise, we'll do it the slow way, and that's fine. That's what happened there. Then water elementals in Atlantis. Knights attacked us. Relay attacked there. But I happen to have dudes there. Another pearl. Yep. And then some more stuff going on. Storming there again, because why not? Thought that I had a battle in Old Fortress. Maybe I didn't. Oh, here's where I had the battle. Return to me is casting Touch of Madness. There we go. She doesn't even need to cast regen because she's got Poison Plate. So yeah, all in all, if things go perfectly, then I'll conquer 2 Machakan thrones this turn, or not thrones, forts this turn, and then I'll head back east with my whole army in time to fight Agartha. And if things don't go well, then we'll deal with it. Overall, I'm not too worried, because Agartha's mobility is pretty weak unless they've got some sort of mobility solution that I don't know about. Like, they have some of these golems and whatever this Onyx Oracle is, but yeah. We get Evocation 8 this turn, so if Pillar of Fire comes online, I said I'm not sure how much it's actually going to matter. Like, it's got precision 0, range 100. The thing I would compare it to would be my national spell, Smokeless Flame, which is precision 1, range 35, except that since I have Farcaster, it's range 52. It hits for harder is the thing. So, Pillar Fire, my Jhin can cast it on turn 1, which is important. But for the Ifrits, I'll probably be sticking with Smokeless Flame. The other thing that I'm going to be doing is cranking out some holy waters so we can actually get the Ifrits to have that Farcaster. Because if I can just, like, show up on top of army and drop, like, 3 Smokeless Flames for Jhin and then retreat, I need to have enough MR that I don't get lit up by all of the Ulms. But otherwise, that's a pretty solid way to soften up these armies, tease out gem baits, that sort of thing. So we'll see. We will see. As you can see at the top of the screen, I'm spending all of my gems on this plan here. These guys get nature, they don't. Okay. Let's get this here over here. Might as well spend our money. Alright, so yeah, that should... Oh, you are supposed to... Making a gem block here so we can start patrolling with that. That should more or less do it for this turn. So, sorry I was kind of rambly, but the key takeaway is I'm going to be watching these Agarthan battles pretty closely because I expect to be fighting this army very soon. And it's going to be a whole 7-ish turns before I can just light it up with flames from the sky, not to mention that that's super expensive. So those are some of the things coming across my mind. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you around.